right. They're ready for you, Russ. Russ Revolution is here to say, Russ, please stay host forever. We love you. Russ #1.
You wouldn't be saying that if you saw me trying to take down the screen right now.
The biscuit maker, Russell, when you sat in Steph's seat, your pretty gray hair did a sparkly effect thing on the Rumble stream. Woo woo, great job subbing for JD.
Thank you.
Lots of love.
His gray hair is beautiful.
It does a sparkly. There is a sparkly effect. Let's see it. Back to Russ.
All right. Friend of show Michael Rpaaport
Nice.
Is once again beclowning himself like he does. But I feel like in this clip he shows an incredible level of self-awareness I haven't seen from him before, because he actually says
all this stuff.
I don't get easily embarrassed. I didn't think he had that kind of insight into himself, because if he were easily embarrassed, he would shut the fuck up and know that he's making a fool out of himself.
He's getting paid to do
every time he opens his mouth. He might be. Nobody else.
That's
is what
that.
Pay him.
I'm telling you, he's
right? Spike's not going to use him anymore.
Listen, I watched him. I swear to God. Talk about Gaza, and he is a slimy thing. I thought he goes, I hate to say it, the hostages are probably already dead. We should just go in there. So that's like a level of awareness that he's a paid show. I promise you.
He's one of the stupidest public figures I can think of. So Michael Rpaaport here says, I'm so disappointed, embarrassed that not one person said anything at the Golden Globes. There's men and women the same age as so many of those young actors. Not one mention. With billion-dollar Barbie feminism and all these conscious actor dudes who wear nail polish. Oh, little gay bashing there.
He's getting paid,
nothing.
Yeah.
Like at this point, he's just saying, fuck it, I guess, because you say shit like that. You can say whatever you want about Israel. He'll never work again. You start talking that shit with those folks.
Wait, what?
You start talking about men in nail polish as a slur. He's never going to work in Hollywood again.
Trumps. I mean, those are not the third rail of
No,
politics,
I'm saying he could say whatever he wants about Israel. He'll still work. But you start talking about men in nail polish as a negative, you'll never work in that town again,
well,
as they say.
But he's saying they're supposed to be so moral.
And all these conscious actor dudes who wear nail polish. Yeah, that's a slam. He's slamming wokeness and gender and all that.
You can't wear that nail polish in fucking Gaza. They'll throw you off.
They'll throw you off a fucking building.
In fucking Gaza. Come to fucking
look, you want to...
I can't believe Joe Coy didn't say nothing.
You want to put on a fucking cock ring and you want to buy a goat and you want to bring it home and nobody asks nothing, no questions. You got to come to Israel, my friend.
He goes that.
You want to get a pound of animal stimulant and a couple of cows in your backyard and have a good time. You got to come over to Tel Aviv. All right, so that's the bit. 2 mission. No, I'm kidding. All right, so let's see what he had to say.
I am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed, literally. And it takes a lot for me to get embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that not one person said one thing, unless I'm mistaken, at the Golden Globes the other night about the 133 hostages that were kidnapped in broad daylight from Israel on October 7th. All that billion-dollar Barbie feminism and all these young, conscious actors and actresses, and there's hostages that are the exact same age as them, and not.
Okay,
I thought they were dead.
So what about the people being slaughtered in Gaza who are the exact same age as them?
Don't genocide people.
I hate to say this, but Michael Rpaaport actually has a point. It's just the wrong point. You know, Ryan Long did a great video about this, about how all of the actors, when this first broke out, I could see it. I could see it because I still know a lot of actors.
Yeah,
they were trying to find where they're supposed to be. I could see them doing it, and then when they figured out it's a no-win situation for them, if they side with Palestine, there's going to be Zionists who are never going to hire them. If they go full Israel, they're probably going to get a lot of censure from their peers because most of those actors actually are pro-Palestine, but they don't want to say it.
Yeah, of course.
So silence.
You follow Alyssa Milano?
Dave Chappelle drops a special. All these motherfuckers have a lot to say about it. They have not said one goddamn thing about Palestine. So he's right, just from the wrong angle. They will not talk about this because in the end, like you said the other day, they're whores. They're whores. They're not going to put themselves in a position where somebody who is supporting a genocide might want to cast them in an out-of-town production of The Music Man, so they won't say a fucking thing about a genocide in their lifetime. But they want to tell you all about what they think about Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, right. Well, at least he's getting paid by Israel.
Signaling, they're virtue signaling hypocrites. For the reason that you said, they'll take up every cause except the cause of the day, right? I mean, it shows how hypocritical and shallow they are. That not every single one of them had a free Gaza button on when they went up to take their fucking gold award.
I wouldn't dare.
Also shows how Israel has completely lost the PR war. That Hollywood will not show support for Israel 3 months after October 7th.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Oh, that's a great point.
That's true. If this had been 20 years ago, they all would have been up there with little blue ribbons on, little blue and white ribbons. Yeah.
It would have been mandatory blue and white dress code. I mean, the tablecloths would have been blue at the fucking place.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You would have had Meryl Streep up there with the
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
We should have Meryl Streep.
Now we've got Kurt's porn name. Kurt is good. All right. So let's see what else Mr. Rpaaport had to say.
One actor, not one director, not one producer, not one comedian. Nobody said anything before the Golden Globes, after the Golden Globes, during the Golden Globes. Not one person said anything. I'm not naming names because nobody said anything. I can't name names the entire... I don't know what's going on, but really I will say on behalf of actors, I apologize for them. I apologize for them. I apologize to Israel. I apologize to the hostage families. I apologize to the victims on their behalf. Excuse their ignorance or their fear or whatever was going on. Because Hollywood actors, artists are known to speak out. Speak out.
Yeah.
Forgive them, Lord. Forgive them.
What's with the audio there? It sounds like he's in a tunnel.
He's in the subway.
Does it not?
He's somewhere out on the street.
Wait, do you think this...
He's by like a cafe or something, because at the end it pans up and you see like the cafe umbrellas.
Dude, I thought the Hasidics were making their own subway.
We're gonna get into that later. We're gonna have an expose like nobody has on that subject.
Their own Jared subway.
We called some of our contacts. Me and Keaton were on top of that.
There are a lot of Jews in the animation business. We put them to work.
We put them to work. Rpaaport apologizing on behalf of actors because they usually speak out.
Like Christ.
They only speak out on things that will not cost them anything. They do not. Most of these actors, if they spoke out in terms of what they actually believe, they'd be speaking for Palestine. They'd be speaking for Gaza. You have a very small number of. Why do you think nobody, even privately, is calling Juliana Margulies, as she now shut up about with the backlash that she got? But she went and wrote that until we did a piece about this. She did an entire article in USA Today talking about how horrible it is that none of her non-Jewish friends are calling to check in to see if she's okay. And she did the whole,
wait, what?
I marched for Black Lives Matter, and where are you now for me? I mean, that's in essence, that's what she was saying.
Oh,
and she wasn't the only one. A lot of the Zionists, now they realize they're not going to get away with that. But a lot of them turned around and said, I marched for George Floyd. Now you have to support a genocide. No, she did a whole op-ed. She did a horrific podcast interview where she basically made the Rpaaport thing. They would chop off your head like a soccer ball if you go to the Middle East and play with it like a soccer ball.
Dude, BLM told them up front that we support what side they were on. They just didn't bother to listen.
This is the problem that these woke Zionists are having. because they're under the misimpression that they are the oppressed class. And all you prove by saying that is if you did indeed go march for these causes, and you don't understand why black and brown people are not siding with an apartheid state, well, you never really understood those causes in the first place.
Of course not.
And maybe you shouldn't have been out there.
They gave money for it.
You have anything, Keaton?
Yeah, no, I mean, look, you made that same point when Elon bought Twitter, and all these, you know, Hollywood types were talking about how they're going to leave. That's it. I'm going to whatever it was, not Blue Sky. What was the first one? Mastodon was the first one. Yeah. Well, I'm going to Mastodon. Find me there. And like, you're not going to fucking Mastodon because there's no people over on Mastodon. And at the end of the day, you're just an empty virtue signaling whore, as Kurt says. And so you're going to stay where the people are. It would cost you something to switch to a social media platform with no people there. You're only interested in cost-free virtue signaling. The second it costs you something, you'll back down. And just to reiterate what I said earlier, this is Hollywood 3 months after Israel was attacked. If this were 20 years ago, everyone would have a Star of David button when they went up on stage. The fact that they were silent on that just shows how embarrassed, how rightfully embarrassed they are and would be for them to go up there and start praising the, you know, is Israeli state. Pardon me.
Yeah, you got George Takei on Twitter, on X, bitching about Elon Musk on a semi-daily basis. Like, what are you doing? To Mastodon, warp factor 6. Oh, there's nobody here. Back to X Captain. All right, so let's see what else this specimen had to say.
I speak out about everything. And not one person said a word. And I know it's a day late because yesterday I was just like, do I say anything about this? Am I going to alienate myself from the entire Hollywood community? I don't know what kind of conversations are taking place or whatever, but I'm embarrassed. Not one person said anything. We, as actors, SAG, DGA, WGA, we should be ashamed of ourselves. No one said anything. That shit is embarrassing.
Oh, there it is. I told you. There it is. He really worked up a snot over this one. You know what's really embarrassing? Watching the Golden Globes. The Golden Globes themselves.
I can't do it. Keaton, did you watch that?
Did you say
we
were on.
Oh,
we
you didn't
watch. Sunday night.
We had a show.
We were on.
They got Joe Coy so Ricky Gervais, I guess, was
we dominated them in the ratings. We had much better ratings.
The low-rated Golden Globes.
Low ratings Golden Globes.
Who's watching?
Nobody cares. Nobody
watches.
Failing
Golden Globes.
You think I'm gonna put a bow tie on my cat to watch that crap?
I mean, who cares about these people anymore? I'm curious. Does anyone, Misha? Do you know what the ratings were like on the Golden Globes?
Oh no, I haven't watched it in years.
I'm a little curious because what you're seeing year after year with these award shows is this shrinking viewership because nobody cares anymore. I mean, there are no more movie stars really for a variety of reasons.
The Will Smith slap really changed a lot with having people making like. That's why they got Joe Coy, because they're like, he won't do nothing to ruffle anything. He'll just be a real pleasant, high energy guy. And
people nobody wants De Niro to go up there and break a hip trying to attack some pro-Trump.
They don't want him to do his Irishman kick, his stiff Irishman.
Yes.
Grocery.
Did you ever see what was that boxing movie they made him humiliate himself with when he was like 70 already?
Boxing?
They put him in like a boxing comedy movie.
Yes. Wait.
When he was like 70 and they put him in with another iconic
old man
who had been in boxing. It wasn't Stallone.
Is old man boxing a sport?
I can't remember who it was. I'm sure in the comments they know. All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
He's a paid show. That's why he's talking about
the Laurence Olivier of our times, Michael Rpaaport, apologizing on behalf of the acting community.
He's a Brooklyn Dad Defiant kind of guy. That's what he is.
Well, he's not an actor. He's what you call a personality. You know, this is why David Letterman was able to make the guys at the Hello Deli famous. That's why he was able to grab Larry Bud Melman and make him famous. Mm-hmm. Because some people are just funny to watch. That's it. He's not an actor. He's a personality.
Grudge match.
You could grab a guy out of the subway.
According to the chat,
Influencer. Is that what it was called? Grudge match? All right,
Oh,
One
Misha.
guy gets
Great
Raging
too.
Bull. No, it's not Raging Bull. No.
No,
that one.
that's the real one. All right, to Misha for super chats.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit